streets say Higuruma only had his power for 12 days. Domain expansion, what? What? We don't even know what his curse technique is. Bro just pulls up frame 1 domain expansion, and now I see why he's been compared to the likes of Kashimo. Hajime Kashimo, again, is an incarnation sorcerer from the past where he had beef with Sukuna. He's hunting Sukuna down. Now, I still think Sukuna would be better, but you have someone contesting Sukuna being compared in the same tier category as a guy who's had his powers for 12 days. But you have to also remember, right? How is like a Jujutsu Kaisener, funny to say that, how strong is like a sorcerer? Like what makes them strong? Negative emotions. They've been saying that since season 1. Negative emotions, and the more that you feel intense stuff like that is how you have like better use of curse energy. And if you think about his entire flashback of how he got set up, I think that Kenjaku turned into a cat. That cat murdered everybody in that house. That boy then got blamed. Katjaku set it up such that Higuruma would go under a case where he's betrayed by the legal system, he's betrayed by the person he's defending, he crashes the fuck up, and boom, he awakens. That's right, it's all part of the plan. On the other side, there is Reggie and Megumi. Reggie, he kind of has aura. He does look like a chicken man though if you kind of look outside, like kind of far out, right? He's just kind of wearing like a bunch of mantle of 7-Eleven receipts. I thought these are going to be talismans, but no, he's like a cashier. And apparently his name is Reggie Star. Cash register. I'm like, Gege, are you trolling right now? He seems to know a lot about Kenjaku's plans, and Kenjaku apparently is going to drop a bomb at the very end of the Culling Games when the strongest is remaining. That bomb could be metaphorical. I thought that it could be himself entering the game as like the, you know, the final boss. But at the same time, he's also going to talk to some world government people. What country is it? China? I don't think it's America. I don't think those dudes really looked American. Regardless, today should be Higuruma versus Yuji. Domain expansion already happened. How's our boy gonna beat this? Let's see what happens today. Part 3. What? You know what? He might be fast enough to do that. That's a crazy idea though. Before the domain completes, kill him or beat him. Okay. He just aura farm is standing there menacingly. Nope. Busted. This is very different domain expansion compared to everyone else, so really cool design. Like a court, but at the same time, looks like we're just kind of like in a ring deathmatch 1v1. A bunch of guillotines on the outside. Violence is prohibitive for both of us. So it's gonna be a mental warfare? Like, is Yuji gonna have to lawyer himself out of this? Because I don't think this boy has the mental capacity to even understand the legal words that Higuruma is using.
Oh,
Judgment. Shikigami. Can I talk? Maji Vegas? Pachinko Parlor? Judgment knows everything? Wait, how does he know? It's like Santa, bro. He just be keeping tracking of everything. We're on the naughty list. It's kind of silly. I thought that Judgment would bring up something even sillier of like, so you were looking at porno mags, but you're underage, so you're gonna go to jail for that now. Machi Vegas. Vegas. I would love to see that against Kenjaku. Get every knowledge. But that information isn't shared with me. Judgment is this like omnipotent Shikigami that knows everything about people in their domain. Okay. I could see why this guy is rated that high now. It's a very interesting way of battling without battling, right? Because he's not going to be able to beat Kashimo in a 1v1 with just cursed techniques. No fucking way, right? I don't think so. But this is a different game entirely. An argumentation game. So I kind of... That's kind of a gimmick though. It's definitely a gimmick, but definitely a way to... Like, how else are you going to have these new people, you know, step into the Cullen games and compete with really strong sorcerers? Oh. Magic trick.
これはジャッジマンから提出された本件の証拠。定するものではない。内容を君に教える気はない。その上でこれ、ジャッジマンから無罪を勝ち取らねばならない。
I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. Would we die if we said that? Like, the idea here is like, just confess. Just be honest, right? Don't try to lie. Say like, I don't know, my friend was in danger, I had to go in or something. I'm sorry, I know I'm a minor. And Judgment will be like, you know what? Reasonable, you pass.
ジャッジマンから無罪を勝ち取らねばならない。術式。あのバッジ、弁護士ってマジだったのか。
We talked about the prosecutor. I'm surprised that he even knows the difference between a prosecutor and a defense lawyer, right? Remember how unfair it was? Higuruma was on the other side, always being the defense lawyer. He crashed the fuck out. And actually, in the opening as well, there is a frame where you can see what Higuruma did to those people in the court. I don't know if we're going to be able to find that exact frame here, but go in the opening. There is a scene where there's a bunch of like old people in suits dead in like a table. And basically that is kind of like what happened to all the people in the court scene when Higuruma crashed out and says, retrial. I can't find it here right now, but I promise you, it's there. It's there. Oh, this is cool. Guaranteed hit was more of a modern domain expansion thing. Back in the old days, they didn't have the guaranteed kill element. Why? You would think that like back in like the Heian era and stuff, Jujutsu was in the golden era age, right? And it would just be better, stronger, more lethal. Maybe the idea is like they found that shit boring. Like everyone came together and said, yo, this domain expansion guaranteed hit is fucking lame, bro. It just ruins the fight and glory. So let's stop doing that. Maybe that's the idea. Guarantee hit, but not kill. They lack the guaranteed kill element. Okay. Still, okay. It's not guaranteed. Okay, it's still guaranteed hit, but they didn't have that kill in the past. Okay. Okay. They're just gonna hit smoke. This is a sumo analogy. You lose if you go out of bounds. Same if anything but your souls touch the ground. Huh? Seriously? Gege probably got, used, sumo stuff to thinking about domain expansion stuff. Guaranteed kill is too hard. So this is not about like, hey, let's just stop doing it intentionally to have more fun. It's the standard for a domain expansion for a guaranteed kill is too high, so let's stop doing it and more people can just kind of focus on guaranteed hit instead. I just feel like this is the worst guy Yuji could fight, no? This guy's a brute. He's a fucking Unga Bunga caveman. He might be battle smart and maybe sometimes, emotionally smart too. But in terms of like raw intelligence and analyzing and thinking about wording, how could he beat Higuruma? One chance. I think Megumi would be amazing here. For sure, right? I would love to see Toto Aoi too. That would be a court case. I think Judge Man would be just shook at like what an anomaly Toto is. He'd be like looking into Toto and being like, so you're into that big girl idol and you watch her shows pre-recorded and lot. No, that would be a trip. Oh, also, another way to beat this thing is just open your own domain expansion, right? I forgot about that. So if you can just override his domain with your own, you could just do that, right? So people, I think, would, like Skuna would just fucking, come on, bro. Malevolent Shrine, easy. What about a simple domain? What the hell would a simple domain even do in this domain, though? Expansion. Because simple domain simply prevents the what? It gives you an opportunity to kind of fight against the guaranteed hit element. This is just fundamentally different. What would a simple domain do? The 6 codes? We die, I guess, maybe? Mm. 否認、そして否認には虚偽陳いいってこと I don't think he's a good liar though. That was kind of cool how Yuji, you know, the Japanese kanji kind of provided denial right in the middle, and Yuji kind of just like moves around to talk around it. As if he can't really deny. Bars. Bars, bro. If everyone told the truth, there would be no need for trials. That nose is strong though. God damn, what a prominent nose. You think Judge Man will ever open his eyes? It's very freaky. It's all stitched in like that. Creepy ass looking thing. It's kind of cute too in a way though. It's got like lipstick on. Why though? We gambled in one? Silence or avoid the, you know, it's like a partial truth, right? Where you're not lying, but you intentionally leave out the details to make you look clean without admitting guilt, because you don't really have to disclose that information. What excuse could he have? Oh, cool transition. The guillotine. Oh. Yep. And one. I don't know. That part, it's like, should we confess? Is Higuruma the type of guy where you confess to your crimes, he's gonna say, okay, fine? It's tricky. I wouldn't gamble it. I feel like you might just die. Maybe the best thing is to just shut up and just be silent in this one, right? I'm really impressed that Yuji is even able to think about these 3 separate scenarios. I didn't think he'd be even possible, like capable of thinking up different simulations of like what could happen or not. Also, we're not gonna die though. Skuna won't let that happen. We're also at a point where we've consumed so many fingers that there's no way Skuna would just abandon 15-finger Yuji. I don't think he would fuck around with just 5 fingers. That's too much potential power gone. So always remember that Skuna is in Yuji, and if Yuji dies, then Skuna is also gone too. Now I wonder what would happen if like a similar situation, like back in season 1 happens, where let's say Yuji dies, but like it's like stasis, right? And then Yuji's kind of in like Skuna's inner domain. And we're just kind of like in this limbo period. Just because the body is dead, seemingly, doesn't mean he's actually dead. And Skuna can simply just, you know, heal him back later on too. I don't know, but we have insurance. The other day I saw a video of a Chinese man who had tied his balls with like a heavy object, and he was like training martial arts, and I was like, there's no way this is training. This is some freaky deaky shit. Like there was like a rope and his balls were tied, and there's like a heavy metal object at the bottom, and I was like, this is crazy. What kind of training is this? When I saw Judge Man, listen, I saw the scales on the right and the left hand, but the middle part. This is getting freaky. You don't want to know my internet history. Confessing. Uncle. Oh, we gonna lie. The best impression is that you would have taken shit in a pachinko collar. Well, best doesn't like you're not really guilty, right? Like you're not like a minor in like gambling shit. You just have to go take a poop. But this is hilarious. I think a picture. Who took that picture? Bruh. Caught. Yes. Who's he asking? Us. I guess. No, that's our doppelganger. That's not me. Skuna did it. No. Skuna took over my body and wanted to gamble instead. That's not me. Fake news. Fake news. He gave up. When you're so caught red-handed in 4K that you're like, shit, all I can do is really laugh at my predicament. It kind of seems like that, huh? Death! Okay. Nice! We're good? I'm really curious at the confession. What would have happened? And we'll never know. I feel like this is not going to be a crazy punishment though. I don't think it's going to be off with their heads. Oh, whoa. Okay. Mm-hmm. We should have just lied. And this is the guy that said, you know, if people didn't lie, there'd be no need for a trial. It's kind of interesting how he's backseating and coaching us on how we should have just lied to win. Oh, he's in that pose again. Uh-oh. Judge Man, what do you think? Oh. Okay. Oh, we're fighting, huh? Bro, what the fuck? This hammer just teleports all over the place as he wants. Is that his curse technique? Oh! Grows in size too. Yeah, he is. Bro's a fucking superhuman body. Right now? Confiscation. Cursed energy confiscation. Or at least he can't control it. I don't know if that means he's absent of it. Even if he's absent of it though, I would still bet on Yuji. Because that physical strength is ridiculous. If there was anyone that could be in a like if there's any character that could thrive right now with that cursed energy in this show, it's Yuji. Thank you, Gabe, for the prime. Thank you. We gotta thank Kenzaku and Jin for the for the strong body, I guess. Oh, backstory again. Oh, bro's pushing 40. 法科大学院導入前の旧司法試験などあらゆる難関をとってそれらは必要な知識を入力し You Tengen-sama. This is some crazy level of flex right now. The way that Tengen-sama put it there, it was just a simple task of just inputting and outputting the necessary knowledge. This is Tokyo University. This is like the highest like standard of academics and test that pushes, you know, like the Japanese population to the limits. And to him, it's just inputting and outputting the necessary knowledge, just light fucking work. I think Tengen-sama would be great at narrating JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. These monologues, these random like narrations, it's actually really hype. Okay. They taking a picture of Higuruma there? No. I think these guys are taking selfies, right? This is like the candidates that passed the test and everyone wants to kind of feel important. They're like, hey, look, I passed. Tensai. Also a genius sorcerer. Okay, this is crazy right here. The hammer to Yuji's hand, and then he smacks the hammer for extra, like a hammer and a nail. Tengen-sama, what? So we glaze how smart he was, his talent. And beyond that, nah. That's not even what he was the best at. His talent as a sorcerer even exceeded that. Let's see the choreography here. Bang, 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 bang. Crisp. Why is Tengen-sama always fucking narrating during scenes when I'm trying to fucking lock into the fight? Remember that one meme from, you know, RDK World or something? RDC? Bro, I swear to God, Tengen-sama just loves to narrate over crazy Sakuga moments. I'm not complaining though. Let's see the scene one more time. Oh my God. Dude, like, you have to heavy analyze every single scene. Look at this. Hit. The spearing is crazy. Boom. Footwork, amazing. One. Back, pivot, hit, bang, done. Punch, parried, block, hit, gone, caught, hit, reverse hit, block, fucking hit, block, hit, fucking elbow, block, hit, punch, hit, block. Dude, you honestly can't appreciate this shit if you're not going frame by frame, because so many things happening, you're gonna get like 5% of it. This is a Neon 41 cut though, right? This is it? Holy shit. Pop! Bro understands barriers! I don't know when to stop and out. You know what? Let's just fucking let this play. Let's leave the scene just play it. That kick there, that fucking kick here, the knee, the flying knee. Oh! He just keeps going. Toss, hit, toss. Good God! Oh! Okay, let's stop. Okay, I think this is a different part of the cut now. I don't know what to focus on. I don't know what to focus on. Let's watch the frame by frame just action sequence and then read Tengen-sama's narration. But that's crazy that he worked backwards. He worked backwards from understanding the fundamentals of barriers. So he basically got domain expansion first and then back to cursed energy? Look at this. I love how he tosses, immediately it ports back. And then he works so well, right? It's like a fighting game character that fights with projectiles so well. Toss mid-air transformation gets big. How does it keep up physically though? Right? Because this is still a 36-year-old something like, he's an unk. It's an old ass man. How does he have the physical capabilities to move like this? Because he's reinforcing his body with cursed energy? Is that the idea? Like, I can understand how he has like a fundamental understanding of barrier techniques and domain expansions and cursed energy, but like beyond that. The physicality, the movement, the combat. This sequence was so sick. Oh, that jumping knee, bro. That jumping knee. Yuji parries. Look at this shit. Who taught him this? Who taught him that? Onk is crazy. Onk is actually insane. And he just keeps going, keeps throwing unlimited projectiles. Some Jackie Chan fight happening right now with the chairs. Oh my fucking god. And then sweep, reverse. Bro, not with just a right hand. That was right hand. He also is ambidextrous. He's also ambidextrous left hand. Jesus fucking Christ. And I know that Yuji has no cursed energy right now. Still, his physicality is fucking crazy. We can acknowledge that. But the fact that he can still keep up is absolutely insane. Now, let's play the sequence again, and I want to read the actual narration. He intuitively grasps manipulating cursed energy for physical enhancement. So right over there, right? So he is physically fit. 12 days. Match grade 1 already. Well, Okotsu Yuta was special grade immediately. Now that's kind of bullshit though, right? But Higuruma, amazing feats, but I'm just like, there are other characters that also are just in a different fucking league immediately, right? Over 20, all sorcerer, I guess. So hype. Woo! All right, let's continue. It's still the Neon 41 cut. This is clever. I love that. He's still moving backwards, and the shadow, basically the extender pole going so long that he moves faster to basically move beyond that. I love the shadow work here. It's like a cockroach. Oh, it's like a whip now. No. It's just one though, right? Holy shit, it's like a fucking Gatling gun. So cool. That's just so cool. I love how, again, right? He just like, come on, teleport back to me. And it's just one. He's throwing it back so fast. Both hands, by the way. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Back, 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 back. And the eyes, the reflections in the eyes too. Oh my god. Yeah, you confiscated, bro. You did that. Well, we don't have a curse technique. So, in season 1, Gojo says, you will one day, Sukuna's techniques will be engraved in your soul. Curse techniques are something that you're born with, right? That's just natural talent. For Yuji, he doesn't have anything. And Gojo said, one day, you're gonna get... It's season 3, bro. I don't think we're ever gonna get that shit. I would love to see Yuji use a fucking Fuga or the cleaves, right? If those are truly his curse techniques, but like, you know, we never getting that shit. But even then, it's so interesting how Gege has balanced Yuji in the world of Jujutsu by incorporating obviously his superhuman physical strength, but also, right, Black Flash. That like, you don't need curse techniques to really keep up. If you're so physically fit, you can Black Flash, you can Divergent Fist. There's other ways to combat. We don't got one, bro. Not yet. So I was gonna kind of call him a fraud for saying like, you just use your domain expansion and like this little gimmick game of sentencing, you know, a criminal basically then kills them. It's not really the case. Maybe some severe cases, right? Because this was again an incident of like a minor going to like a gambler parlor. It's not that big of a deal, right? So there could be definitely like actual murderers or something. Why didn't he bring up the Shibuya incident? Because that was Sukuna? Yeah, okay. If Judge Man brought Shibuya incident... But you just said, bro, it's not me. I didn't do it, right? I think Judgment will be like, you know what? Fair. You know, that's actually fucked up. But like, that's what I'm saying, right? Sorry. It's getting really hot. If there was something murder cases, I think you would kill. So I'm just trying to paint a picture of Higuruma is not really a fraud in that context. Because why? Because he basically debuffs the enemy by winning this little court case. And then he fights and defeats them. So pretty cool. I also have to say, like, the comp today has been great. Usually I hate like red and really nighttime dark shadings. It's really hard to see. Visual acuity, fidelity of what's going on the screen is very hard to see if the comp is done wrong. But today in the JJK episodes, I think they're doing really well. We're sneaking, we're sneaking. We should break his bathtub. That's what we should do right now. Because I don't know, it's hard to get a hit on him right now, but that bathtub, fuck you, you know? I think that would mentally tilt him. That would be like that'd be like the beginning of the end for Higuruma. Destroy that bathtub. He loves that bathtub. A certain freaky man took back shots with another freaky man and combined with their genetics created this superhuman, bro. What the fuck is Kaori and Jin about? Do you think Grandpa was a superhuman too? Because like, does it come from the mom or the dad? A lot of people say the dad's really important, but obviously no details or spoilers just yet. You think Grandpa was a superhuman too? That'd be fucking crazy. Imagine Grandpa was like... What if he was a sorcerer back in the day? You never know. Oh, it's stupid strong. Not this guy. We're sneaking. We're sneaking. What'd he say? Complete inability to curse energy. But even then he's keeping up. Extender pull again. Oh. Who taught him the staff work? He moving like fucking Maki in season 1 and 2. I wish Tengen-sama would have said, within those 12 days, Higuruma attended various dojos and mastered every single martial art and became the master of said dojos. You know, that's all Tengen had to say. And then I'd be like, ah, that makes sense. This guy is so talented that within this 12 days, bro mastered all the different martial arts and that's why he can fight like this at the tender age of pushing 40. Oh. Oh god, here we go. Bathtub! Get that bathtub! Fuck that bathtub up! Oh. That's terrifying. He's moving using the pole. I'm like, is he jumping? No, it's the extender pole. Oh shit, it's gone! Unbreakable doll. What a specific wording. Considering I feel like every one of Kenjaku's, little, projects are basically dolls. But remember, that one promotional picture and the analysis we did, every single person was like a voodoo puppet doll. But only Yuji was the human because Yuji is Kenjaku special. Yeah, I don't know, is there a time limit? What could he do? Retrial? Can he ask for a retrial? Is that possible? Yeah! I'm so locked in, bro. I'm so locked in. What else could it be? He's already done the retrial. Of course it will be fucking retrial. Alright, run it fucking back, baby. This part was really cool. Really captures the intensity and the panic and the anxiety. This upside down inverted shot with the sweat falling upwards and then into the camera. I think this is a very underrated shot right here. Did you see that? Did you see all the sweat moving upwards and then to the screen like that? Bathwater? Ah, same shit. Also, I'm kind of shocked that he didn't really grieve for the bathtub. If you actually look at the scene, he kind of said fuck you to the bathtub here, right? Yuji punches it. And Higuruma is like, alright, well, fuck you, I guess. I thought he'd get tilted. He was not tilted at all by that shit. Retrial time. What will Judgment bring up this time? Interesting how we can just snap back into the domain expansion by commanding a retrial. He looks kind of disappointed. He's like, fuck. But you know what? I can't even get mad because I was also the one saying retrial, banging the hammer. Two retrials. Important part there though. As long as you don't admit the guilt, 2 retrials are possible. I like powers like this. Rules, very strict rules that can also be used against or for them. The structure, again, it doesn't feel like just, oh, I'm stronger, right? It's just like it's like a game. It's like a mind game. I think a lot of JoJo's fights in the future are hyped up to be like that, and a lot of people say Hunter x Hunter fights are going to be like that too. This definitely creates more interesting fights rather than seeing, again, who's stronger, but it's more of like, all right, using the techniques that we have, how can we utilize them in the specific parameters given? Creates for more innovative, interesting fights. Evens the playing fields out, I guess, more. Alright. No. That wasn't me. That was Skuna. This is an easy one. This is a very easy one. I think it's clear cut. He was possessed. Yuji didn't do any of that. It's unfair. Would Judgment be reasonable enough to say that though? Halloween! Here we go. Oh. No! You should have said it wasn't me. I was possessed. The eyes actually opened up. Bro is fucking bleeding there. Oh, Higuruma looks shocked. Higuruma's like, what? You actually did that? More than you actually did that, I think it's the no hesitation admission. Interesting, he doesn't even make an excuse for himself. Because it's been eating him up that much, right? He's been so guilty. He's been so like sick of that guilt. You saw from the beginning of season 3 the blood that's unable to wash from his hands, right? So he's just saying, yeah, I did that. He said it in such a calm way too. Again? Are we dead? Backstory. Black bar backstory.
違うち。そのまま判決として使えるくらいだ。
Is like a mentor?
弁護士を志望していたね。
はい。
裁判官を目指してみないか。
Oh, as the judge. Lighting here is really cool. Wait a minute, wait. He got more curse technique powers?
ジャッジマンから課される最も重い罰。
The executioner, so. Yo. Okay. The hammer felt a little cute, not gonna lie. Kind of felt like a little carnival prize that you would win. You know, little hammers like that. Oh, now we're fucking talking. Now this is like some Bleach shit, bro. Look at the sword.
最も重い罰
Death
コンフィ
sentence.
スケーションを付加されたデスペナルケーションにより術式虎杖の場合呪力の使用が不任の剣が与えられる
Only when it goes death penalty will the executioner's sword show up, right? I think it'd be really cool because like he still has to be the executioner at the end, right? What if Higuruma says no? That like the old Higuruma is still in there and his gut instinct is telling him that this boy would actually never have committed those mass murders and he himself ends the death penalty. I think that would be such a compelling way of Higuruma's development from his crash out that we saw last episode.
コンフィスケーションを付加されたデス
Or Yuji just punches it. Or Yuji just Unga Bunga just punches through the sword and fucks him up and wins. That would also be kind of aura, because it's like, damn, you had a domain expansion, death penalty, like his trump card, and you punch through without cursed energy. What the fuck are you made of? That would also be really cool.
罰コンフィスケーションを付加されたデスペナルケーションにより術式虎杖の場合
Sukuna, wanna come out and
呪
help?
力の使用が不可の剣が与えられる処刑人の剣に切られた者必ず死に至る
Bankai.
人の心に寄り添うんだ。被
Bankai.
害者の弱さ。
He can do everything the same with the hammer with the sword, right? Like if he throws this shit, then he catches it, right?
そう。それは人の弱
Did I read what? What did I fucking miss? I'm reading it. It says it's gonna kill, right? If it lands, right? It's pretty much over. I know, I hear it.
必ず死に至る
人の心に寄り添う
Just dodge it, bro.
被害者の弱さ。毎日。
Could Yuji just run away? Because like this right now isn't the domain expansion, right? Only when we're in the trials, it's a domain expansion and it's really hard to break out of there. Technically, we could just run the fuck away from this and just not get hit.
被害者の弱さ。加害者の弱さ。
Someone else could bail us out
毎
too.
日毎日特徴だった。醜い。他人に歩み寄る旅。君もだ。虎杖。
Nah. I think he's lying to himself. Here's some crazy headcanon, and I'm just gonna backseat Higuruma. I think he has been so betrayed and hurt that he has become so pessimistic that he views Yuji as like the symbol of everything that did him dirty, and that's why he's yelling like this. But deep inside, especially with this flashback happening, I don't think he believes in the words he's saying.
になってしまった。君もだ。虎杖。
Nah.
お前がどんなに高潔な魂を望もうとも。
Oh no. The soundtrack is saying la 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 la. Last time they said la 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 in the soundtrack, Japan threatened to close the borders because of the Zenin massacre. Oh no. But I would argue that the direction in the soundtrack right now matches what's going
お
on.
前がどんなに高潔な魂を望もうとも、その先には何もない。目の前の闇はただの闇だ。で、また眩しい虚無が広がっている。
Oh!
すみません。自分は裁判官にはなりません。
No, he's just running away. Smart.
そ
AoE!
うか一応理由を聞こうか
人。出世に興味
Such a cool scene here.
向いていません。あの時は、
Yeah.
少なくともあの時までは、俺こそ。
Yuji!
飛ぶべきだと思っていたんだ。虎杖裕二。
He took his clothes off!
なぜ罪を認めた。
情報は開
Oh
封
my
前から
God, the lighting!
術師本人には共有される
提出。
He
少なに
knows!
ついて、
He fucking
お
knew!
前は殺してない。
He knew! Oh! He let it go! He let it go! What? I told you, man, there's still a light inside of him. And the light inside of him came back as the light in his sword disappeared. Oh. Am I cooking? Am I cooking? All improv right now. I just thought of something corny and I was like, something about light. Something about his light. The sword is light and it disappeared and the light within him came back because he was so gave up and saw the darkness and the disgust of humanity. But even then at the end, he didn't want to give up. They knew everything, bro. He knew from the beginning what was going on. He knew that Sukuna did it, bro. This is amazing. I love how Higuruma comes back to the light. He's not far gone. He's not this crazy monster that's crashing out, that's gone down the path of darkness. Itadori Yuji reminds him of the way. The animation here is so fucking cool though, man. Yuji hits the ground, big AoE to distract what's going on, right? The lighting was so fucking cool. As where was it? This part? Yeah, this part. So many different lights, right? We're coming in. 3D camera, boom, 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 boom. So cool. Omnidirectional lighting, all the shadow casted at different angles, chairs still fucking up in the air, right in the middle of the movie. This is actual cinematic.
された証拠の情報は
Wow.
開封前から術師本人には共有される。
救う悪魔スクナについて
Why did you
俺は
admit?
殺してない
He let it go. He let it go. This fight means a lot for both characters, man.
武将一行だ面識能力と制御能力となる
AKA, I know why you said that.
での君は
Yep.
スクナに2個と
Powers. Judge man.
つまり制御能力が放棄したわけでもないつまり
It was
無
forced.
罪だ
That's right. No consent. Yuji got taken over. Joe Goat fed him so many fingers. And I think this moment, again, it means so much more, right? It's not just for Higuruma finding the light again, but I feel like Yuji, the entire time, he's been looking for someone to punish him, a path of atonement. That's why he didn't even challenge it. He accepted it, right? It doesn't mean that he's become numb to it, but he saw that guilt. And now that he actually confesses and says, yeah, I did that, and then confronted death, and then Higuruma says, no, you're innocent. That moment, very, very powerful.
無罪だ
Now I realize why Gege set up this matchup between Higuruma and Yuji. I was like, this is such a bad matchup in terms of legal talk, but specifically considering the trauma of the Shibuya incident, I get it.
無罪だ罪はない
Wonder what Skin is thinking right now inside. He should come out and say, retrial. He's like, nah. Fuck you! Retrial and then Malevolent Shrine, fuck you! I don't think he can though. He can't just come out. The only time he can come out right now, remember, is when what? He will say, in chain. And for 1 minute, Yuji has no control. He even forgot about that pact. Remember, it's gonna happen most likely when Megumi is around to take over that body to take care of what? Mahoraga and the 10 shadows. I think Sukuna really wants to be a Shikigami user in the modern era, specifically using the shadow as the medium. He made such a big point about that in season 1. Bro, season 1 is actually so fucking crazy. It's unreal how much foreshadowing, just like setup, just casually was dropped. Even Gojo saying your body will have Sukuna's techniques engraved, or the pact between Sukuna and Yuji, all that shit. I think many people already forgot. If you're not like sweaty and doing research and looking back at the early episodes, that's just gonna go over your head. True, but it's unreasonable. That nose is crazy. He saw the light. That's what his judge said. He's back! Fuck you say about me? Weak like me? Alright. Hell yeah! Negotiation's done! The bathtub's gone too, though. What? That hoodie wasn't just all black with red top? Oh, this is the craziest plot. I thought Gojo got a custom tailored hoodie to just give the red collar shit. It was just what? It was 2 layers? This shit was 2 fucking layers? This is the biggest plot twist to me of this episode. This is a lie! Whatever.
あれよ。そうか。
What? What did you just say? Did you kill someone? What did he say? Voluntarily. Mahito counts. It's probably the brothers. Mahito. Nobody did that shit too, right? Junpei transfigured humans too. Yeah, there's a lot of those. Yeah. Someone here, you know, the definition really loose, but been kills. Yes.
あれよ。
Soka. Well, shit, buddy. I killed 20 people recently. Welcome to the club. It's not that big a deal, buddy. Okay.
最悪の気分だったろ。
He didn't like killing. I thought he was really excited to see someone's curse technique be stripped away, which implicitly means that they die last episode. But I guess he didn't really enjoy killing at the end. Okay. Let's check out the post-credit.
ルール追加だ。
Another rule
プ
time.
レイヤーとプレイヤーの点の受け渡しを可能
Here we go. Here we go.
変動に含まれるものとする。
Remember, there is a set amount of time where if you stay at the same point, then you will die. Curse technique gets stripped away, right? We're trying to prevent Yuji from killing people. Megumi thought of a rule to fluctuate transfer points like that. Again, a very smart gimmick. That's what we're doing here.
これはルール8の変動に含まれるものとする。
承認されました。任意のポイントを譲渡することができる。
Another rule made.
ここがね、
仕込まれました。ポイントが譲渡されました。
これでお互い19人。
Mustache Kogane? Wait, where? Where? Oh! You're right. This is a rare one. Not all Kogane have mustaches, right? Are there multiple? There are multiple Koganes, right? This is one specific to Higuruma? How does that, or is this Kogane that's the same for all just kind of trolling around right now? I did notice the little springy mustache. Every player has a unique Kogane. Okay.
プレイヤーは他プレイヤーに任意のポイント。
It'd be fun if every Kogane had like a distinct look, right? Like more than a mustache, like the Denden Mushi like in One Piece and how it's custom to each character.
ここがね、俺の1点を虎杖へ。
Hell yeah.
かしこまりました。ロミから1ポイントが譲渡されました。
これでお互い19日間は術師発射でな。
What do you mean take here?
HIGURUMA.
Wait, come back. Yeah, come team up with us. Become an ally.
裁判官と検事。
And you know what? Do they deserve to die? It's tricky. There is no good answer. There's an emotional appeal answer that makes you feel good about yourself, saying, yeah, you deserve to fucking die. You're corrupt pieces of shit that upholding the status quo, right? You knew that there was no new evidence pulled up, yet you sentenced an innocent kid to lifetime in jail after the first fucking appeal went through. What are you talking about, right? So intuitively, my heart says, fuck you, die. But then there's like this extra layer of like, they're all part of the system. This face is actually really good in the way that I think he is also like, I know this is wrong. You know what I mean? Or to appease the status quo and the perception of the Japanese law to society, we have to do this, is like, so when you give that context, it's like, should he have died? It's tricky. It's very open-ended. But you know what? Yeah. My biggest gripe with him is that he's bald, so he should have died.
東京に来る前俺が殺した裁判官と検事のものだ。中でもするかな。
Damn.
それまで
Atonement.
それに君といるとますます自分を
Why? Because you'll end up killing more people, maybe. It's not that Yuji's that bad company.
それに君といるとますます自分をすまない。
Alright.
責めたわけじゃないんだ。
It's like a Higuruma personal problem. I get it. Bro, come back. We could use your power though. Damn. Next episode, it looks like it's Reggie versus Megumi. This episode was so cool, bro. Shout out to Neon41. Amazing key animator that clutched on probably the most hype fight sequence in JJK of this episode, right? And maybe some of the other episodes too. Godlike choreography, such fast movement happening, not just the punches, but the constant projectile back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Such creative, unique storyboards that just elevated this fight to the next level. So insane. I bet this is like anime original fight scenes too, rather than just manga one-to-one. So cool to see. But beyond the fight sequences, again, the meaning of the fight. Why did it matter? Yuji's guilt, right? Of him accepting the murder of Shibuya incident. He didn't even say, you know, nah, it wasn't me. He just said, I did it. And Judge Man sentenced him to death. But the executioner and the judge, Higuruma, has to basically do the sign-off. It's so cool his executioner showed pulling up. And this is an instant hit kill. Obviously, you can dodge it, you can run away. But if this thing lands once, you're fucking donezo, buddy. And in this moment, bro, that flashback of him reflecting back to his past mentor maybe, right? And constant monologue of him trying to convince himself people are trash, people are garbage no matter what. But deep inside, he realizes that's not the truth and he sees the light in Yuji. And as his own judgment sword light disappears, the light within comes back. Such a cool scene of him returning to his roots, but as well as Yuji kind of being exonerated from the guilt. And now he can move on. Such a cool episode. So much meaning and depth. And also crazy hype Sakuga. JJK on top this week. That's it from me. If you're still here though, if you enjoyed this reaction, please like the video. Check out the other playlists for even more content. And until next time, take care.